I'm filming this video in the middle of December 2020. Earlier this month, without warning, Canon had a firmware update to their XF and XA series of camcorders that changes the game for the XF400 and XF50 or XA50. The upgrade is Canon C-Log3. Normally, when you want to go to your picture profiles, you go to the function button and then you scroll all the way down and then you go to, those are your looks. They call it looks, but it's their picture profiles. And then you go, you have YDR, you have the standard, and then you have the monochrome. In the XA50, you have another setting, but that's all you get. So I just upgraded the camera. The upgrade to the firmware on the XF400 is called 1.0.5.0. That's the update. I already updated it, but you can see here, you don't see the new C-Log3. It's not there here. So you have to go into the menu and enable it. Turn on the menu. I'm in the camera function menu. This is in the very first one. Go down, and then you want to go all the way to page 5. So I'm going to skip to page 5. And on page 5, under the camera menu, there's a setting here that says CP function. CP function. It is automatically turned off when you first install the firmware. It says off, so you go to that menu, submenu, then you see off on, select on. Then you can get out of the main menu, then go back to function. And then when you scroll all the way down, all of these custom profiles show up. You have 1 through 6. And not only do you have 1 through 6, you also have a detailed custom menu where you could dial in all of these settings that you couldn't before. They even give you a master setting, an info setting. When you click it, you can see all of the tech specs of all of the parameters of your picture. Which this was not there before. You could not access this. So this is right here. You see C-Log3, Canon Log 3. CP1, that's normal. CP2, that's your YDR. CP3 is a C-Log. CP4 is an EOS to replicate the Canon DSLRs. CP5 is a normal video setting, and CP6 is also a normal video setting. You can customize them, and then you could change every one of these parameters now to mold the look of your video quality with the click of a button under these custom picture profiles. If you're familiar with modifying profiles in the DSLRs and in the mirrorless cameras, this should work the same way. So I'm imagining third-party vendors or just third-party people are going to create their own profiles, get all the settings in, and then sell them or give them away for free. I think that is coming in the future. But this is brand new as of December 2020. But C-Log3, not even the Canon EOS R has C-Log3. They only have C-Log1 in the Canon EOS R. Even the Canon R5, I don't even think the R5 has C-Log3. I think that has C-Log1. So C-Log3 gives you the most amount of dynamic range possible that Canon makes as of right now. And I know this is still a 1-inch sensor, so the dynamic range isn't really that comparable to a full frame, but it increases, or it should, on paper, increase the dynamic range. I am going to do a test. I'll test the YDR, which is what I've been using on the XF400, and then I'm also going to test that compared to the C-Log3. I'm also going to do some test footage of the EOS R and throw that in there in its Canon C-Log mode, and I'm going to do that with this 24 to 105 with their adapter, EOS adapter that has the ND scroll wheel. I'll just do a really quick test to compare what it would look like with this new firmware upgrade. Here's Canon wide DR without the log. This is the regular wide DR. Shooting at f4. XF AVC, 1/60th shutter speed. 4K UHD, 30p. I have an ND 1/16th on. White balance is the daylight. Now I'm shooting log 3, Canon log 3. This is the new picture profile. Shooting at f4, 1/60th shutter speed, 4K UHD, 29.9.7 or 30p, XF AVC, and I have the ND. I raised the level of ND, so now it's on 1/4 instead of 1/16th. Down in the description section, I'm going to leave a link to the US version of the download site where you can get the firmware for the XF400.